Ayoo! Hey, what's up? We back at it again with another one at what the fuck all man not again moment. Now look it. I was strolling. I was like, like I was just looking for some shit to watch, and I scrolled past this like shit. This is gonna. It said top 10 scariest. But that didn't even say scariest. Top 10 scary Ophiuchus facts. Ophiuchus facts. I don't even know what the fuck that is at the moment. Like, what the fuck is an Ophiuchus? They don't even sound like a fucking word, bro.
Based on all the Zodiac series that I've done in the past, you guys already know I was gonna eat this one up. My birthday is in 2.5 weeks. I'm turning 23, and in a few days it's officially gonna be Leo season, so it's the best time of the year, and no cap. I wouldn't be a Leo if I didn't say that and gas myself up, you know how it is. Now we've explored dangerous Zodiacs, Chinese Zodiacs, olden day Zodiacs, but what about the 13th Zodiac? I know you're all probably like, nah B, there are only 12 Zodiacs, and I mean true, there have always only been 12, but there are rumors circulating a few years ago from NASA about the constellations shifting and the emergence of the 13th Zodiac, Ophiuchus. If you are a Sagittarius, then you may actually be Ophiuchus, which now officially occupies birthdays between November 29th and December 18th. What is up, you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host, Ayman Hassan, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm coming at you with the top 10 scary Ophiuchus facts. Starting us off at number 10 is the constellation. Ophiuchus itself is a huge constellation that contains a lot of star clusters. It also contains a starburst galaxy inside of it that contains 2 gigantic black holes. Thankfully, these black holes are 3,000 light years away from each other, but in a billion years, these holes will merge. The constellation is forming stars at an unusually high rate due to the heat coming out of the black holes. In 2006, another star cluster was discovered inside the constellation, so this thing is a star-making factory on crack. The one worrying aspect, though, is Bernard 68, a large dark nebula that's located towards the south of the constellation and is 410 light years away from Earth. Bernard 68 is twice as heavy as the Sun and is extremely cold. Of course, it's stable right now, but it is gonna collapse, which is just not good for anyone. You know, we have new Zodiac, we also have collapsing nebulas. It's all going tits up, pretty. Coming in at number 9 is Naira. So according to Gavin White, Ophiuchus remotely descended from the Babylonian constellation representing Naira, a serpent god. Sometimes depicted as human in the upper half of the body and serpentine in the legs, it was one of the only non-anthropomorphic deities back in the day. Naira or Nera was worshipped by the city of Del, which is located in the north between Elam and Mesopotamia. The Babylonians actually ignored the 13th sign because they had a 12-month calendar and they wanted to make everything fit inside of it. In the 2nd century, Greek astronomer Ptolemy recorded the constellation, noting Ophiuchus is Latin for serpent bearer. Now I know serpents these days are kind of associated with the villainous people, but back then they were associated with doctors and healing images. The Romans linked Ophiuchus with Apollo's son Asclepius, who learned the key to immortality by watching one serpent treat another with these healing herbs. Zeus then found out about what Asclepius knew and killed him with a lightning bolt because he didn't want everyone to become immortal. Eventually, though, he honored the hero by giving him a place in the heavens. At number 8, we have personality traits. Of course, I knew you guys would be eager to know the personality traits of the sign, especially if you fall within its time period. So, because Ophiuchus falls between Sagittarius and Capricorn, it has elements of both zodiacs. They're extremely passionate, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Passion can lead to success and drive, but also obsession and neuroticism. This sign has a wild temper and can tend to be secretive, jealous, and arrogant. Typically an introvert, they do enjoy social settings, but only when they know they can dominate the scene. Otherwise, they tend to stay away. Think of them as like power-hungry Capricorns. They can fool anyone and bring them down, so it's best not to get on their bad side, you know? Filling at number 7 slot is Edmund Kemper. Like any zodiac, there's gonna be great people that represent it, like Ben Stiller, Taylor Swift, Amanda Seyfried, Vanessa Hudgens, and there's gonna be some pretty bad representations like serial killer Edmund Kemper. Born on the 18th 18th of December and the last day of the zodiac, Kemper was a prolific Ophiuchus. At 6 foot 9 inches, the man was a monster who shot and killed both his grandparents at the age of 15. He was released for parole on his 21st birthday despite psychiatrists recommending the opposite. Edmund started living with his biological mother and tried becoming a police officer but was rejected. By 1972, he started picking up female hitchhikers and then taking them to isolated locations and then killing them. He would then transport their bodies back to his house where he would decapitate them, have sex with them, and do other explicit things to the head. In the next 11 months, he killed 8 people, including his own mother and her best friend. By May of 1973, he was indicted on 8 counts of first-degree murder. He asked for the death penalty and requested death by torture, just to give you an idea of what this person was like. Not a good look for Ophiuchus.
Hell no.
Okay, guys, can we just take a moment just to acknowledge the elephant in the room, and that's how hard the zodiac is to pronounce? Like,
bruh, that's what I was trying to say in it earlier. Like, this shit probably not even a real word, and they just throwing shit out there. If she can't say it, and I was trying to say it, like, bruh.
Break. Sorry, I just had to get that out there. Now, at number 6 is the opposite sign. Every zodiac sign has an opposite sign, if you will, which translates to the sign that you are least compatible with. For example, the opposite sign of Leo is Aquarius.
If she 23, she had like a hard,
but ironically enough,
that relationship she in.
Sign. Because they don't have an opposite sign, they can't experience the growth that comes from polarity. In hardcore astrology, when a moving planet opposes your natal planet, that means it's time to grow. When you face your polar opposite zodiac, there's meant to be this push and pull effect where they're meant to pull you out of your comfort zone and push you to achieve new goals. So sucks to suck, new zodiac. It's not happening for you. Coming in at number 5 is Pablo Escobar. Born on the 1st of December, the infamous Ophiuchus.
Oh shit, I just paid attention. That these are the people named that they represent. Because I'd be damned if it's a zodiac same name like Pablo Escobar. Ooh, but like, you get me, like they naming it after like regular people. Like where's my zodiac name then? Like Edwin Kidman, whatever his name was. The dude was killing everybody. He got like a own zodiac sign. This is crazy.
Drug lord and narco-terrorist is probably a household name everywhere. He founded the Medellin cartel and was the richest criminal in history before his death. He was worth $30 billion at the time, which is equivalent to around $59 billion now. He was so rich he once burned cash and continued throwing it into the fireplace so his kids could stay warm. So I mean, you can't tell me he wasn't a good dad. He is also the king of Escoquena, and before holding that title, he was involved in a lot of criminal activity, working for multiple drug
smugglers. So what's his zodiac sign
and hold them for ransom for his bosses before employing those same tactics himself when he became a drug lord. Rival cartels in the area led to a lot of massacres where civilians died. He was involved in bombing the DAS building and Avianca Flight 203, and he just killed a ton of people overall. Despite all that though, he was thought of kind of like a Robin Hood sort of character that was loved by the impoverished locals of Medellin, since he always gave back to them, but I mean, still a murdering crook overall. And number 4, a scientific discovery. So NASA had a Stardust mission that captured multiple interstellar dust samples that came from the direction of Ophiuchus' constellation. In August of 2017, NASA scientists were analyzing the dust and found methyl isocyanates near the young triple star system,
Now I get what I'm watching.
162932422, which is in the constellation. Methyl isocyanide is a huge building block of life here on Earth and is used abundantly in producing adhesives and rubbers. However, it's extremely toxic to humans, so there's that. And 5 years prior to that, space sugar was also found in Ophiuchus, aka glycolaldehyde. I hope I said that right, I'm not a chemist. And either way, it's key in the formation of RNA. It's the second most used compound when making biofuel or bio-oil, so something that could really help us move towards sustainable energy sources for good. Filling at number 3 slot is Joseph Stalin. Another bad representation of the zodiac is Joseph Stalin, who was born on its cusp the 18th of December. The man needs no introduction whatsoever.
So anybody born in December, they just crazy.
Of the Soviet Union from the
It's just like, keep them away from me. That's all I got from her so far.
Is he a nice man? I'ma say no. Stalin enforce socialism in one country and had the 5-year plans in which he wanted industrialization, collectivized agriculture, and a centralized economy. Socialism is honestly a lovely idea, it's just extremely hard to execute. Stalin's plans caused a horrible famine in which millions of people died. Enemies of the working class were people in the population that were against the ruling subgroup and therefore against the whole of society, apparently. To get rid of those people, Stalin started the Great Purge, during which he imprisoned and killed 700,000 to 1 million people.
I feel like this like a mini bio.
Now, number 2 is crime. Now, according to FBI statistics, people born in the Ophiuchus period are insane. Sagittarians are crazy, and so are Capricorns, so it's only fitting that Ophiuchus are too. The sign has qualities that make it an incredible leader, but if harnessed wrong, it can lead them to becoming people that are mass crime committers. Capricorns have been behind a lot of mass murders. They are a dangerous...
You know what? That was like, look...
So imagine mixing two of the most dangerous signs in the zodiac to create the Goliath that is the 13th sign. This sign is hard to pin down and can be very sinister and unforgiving if need be. But they're also careless like a Capricorn, so not only do they commit crime, they also get caught. And finally, at number 1 is displacement. For some people, the zodiac they are defines them. Some people identify with all the traits of their sign so accurately, it is them. It's their personality, it's how they conduct themselves, it's everything. Sometimes they even use their zodiac as a justification for the bad things they do. Have you ever heard someone justify being an because they're a Gemini, for example? I like Geminis, relax, it's just an example. Anyway,
like
with astrology being such a huge thing for so many people, the emergence of Ophiuchus displaces a lot of Sagittarians and some Capricorns, which is huge. I don't even know what I'd do if I wasn't a Leo. I know sometimes astrology can be bullshit, but if you go past just the one astrology page in all those magazines and actually research your birth chart, it's very eye-opening. I feel like personality trait-wise, I'm very much a Leo and I'm proud of that. So I'd be pissed as hell as a Sagittarius or Capricorn to suddenly be told, no, you're an Ophiuchus and we don't know what element it is or its solidified traits. Sorry. Like, thanks a lot, mate. If Mercury wasn't in retrograde before, it definitely is now. And that is it for today's video, guys. Zodiacs, you gotta love them. Were you in the period that is now Ophiuchus? Let me know. And is this zodiac really as hard to pronounce as I think it is? Because boy, did I struggle. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. As always, I'm your host, Iman Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
For one, Amy Hasselman. The shit was hard to pronounce anyway. I don't know why. For one, this shit is probably not even a real word and we over here stressing about it. You feel me? Comment down below if you thought this shit was hard to say. You feel me? Because I can't be the only one. For one, I was confused watching it. But that's another story for next time. Hey, yo, till next time.